Okay, so welcome back to another night of live interviews with our vendors. Tonight I gotta get my teeth back in, joined by the lovely Becky Street from International Health and Wealth. So hello, Becky, how are you
Hi,
today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. We were just talking before we came recording about you've always got your drink of water with you, and I am forever without one. I've got a
Yeah.
bottle, but it's not been filled like ever. So it's kind of pointless sitting there. But obviously, you are all talking about health and well-being. So I suppose you are a very good advocate for that with the fact that you're juicer and everything.
Yeah, I drink so much water. I have the odd cup of tea and stuff, but yes, mainly water.
But that's exactly what we need, isn't it? It's the kind of the basic, the basic human
It
functionalities
is.
that I'm really, really bad at doing. But yes, that's why I make friends with people that are all into that because hopefully they can give me the nudge to like
Yeah, drink
have a
your
drink,
water.
eat, do this. But I've really gotten to know you well through our networking meetings and obviously through the big nights and events and things like that. So it's been a pleasure to kind of get to know more about you and like say
Oh,
get those
thank you.
nudges to improve health and well-being and things. Um, but I'd love to know what made you choose to take up using and eventually selling the Forever Living products because that's who you're with, isn't it? Forever Living.
It is, yes. I've branded myself since National Health and Wealth, but I work alongside Forever Living. So I came across the product 10 years ago. I've always suffered with lots of health conditions and nothing ever worked. So my friend said, oh, I should try this aloe. And my thoughts were, what's a bit of plant going to do? Because the doctors couldn't help me. I tried all these different herbal and sort of woo-woo type things. And she told me about the 60-day money back guarantee. So I remember thinking, well, when it doesn't work, at least I'll get my money back. And it worked. So it hasn't cured me, but the products have helped me in so many ways with my health that it's sort of natural then to start selling the products and, you know, help people the way the products have helped me.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing, isn't it? I think when it's so much easier to sell a product that we know works for us because we can kind of sell our own results, so to
Yeah.
speak. Um, how have you found kind of transitioning from being a customer to being, a kind of representative and selling the products?
Yeah, quite easy because I mean we all recommend things. We recommend a good book, a good restaurant, a good film. Everybody recommends things. Um, so even though technically it's sales, I don't think of it that way. I just think of it as, well, these products have helped me. I'm going to tell other people about it and then get paid
Sharing,
for doing
sharing
it.
the good word or something like that.
Exactly. So yeah, just sort of recommending and getting paid for recommending is that's how I look at it. Because if I thought of it as sales, that no, that'd be scary.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is that sometimes we can think of selling and things and it feels a bit icky and this, that, and the other. But actually all you're doing is helping people in the way that you've been helped. And then people then can join your team and they can pay it forward and do the same thing over and over again. It's
Yeah,
just community of helpful
exactly.
people rather than selling.
Definitely.
So what would you say then? Obviously, you've said you came across them like 10 years ago. What would you say is your absolute go-to product? That one kind of like above all else, you make sure is stocked in your house.
This one. So Forever Therm, they are amazing. So there's two things that they're designed to do. They're designed to boost your metabolism, but also to boost your energy. And I take it for the energy.
Hmm.
So before I start taking the products, I'd sleep 14 hours at night, have a nap in the day, and I'll still pretty much be a zombie. Start drinking the gel, was able to be up and doing stuff and doing about 4,000 steps a day, which for somebody with ME is pretty amazing. And then start taking the therm, and I mean, you've heard me say this before, because the products have gone from existing to living, and yeah, I do sort of 7,000 to 8,000 steps on average a day. At the weekend, I had 2 very busy days, and just one busy day should have had me in bed for a week, but it hasn't because, yeah, the therm.
Oh, wow. So what other are they tablets, the therm?
Yes, it's a supplement in tablet form.
Okay. Do you have to, how many do you have to take like a day? Like,
Well, you can take them, you don't have to take them daily. I do because of my health conditions, but you can just take them as and when you want.
okay.
So I take 2 at a time, and you can take them through the day. You can have kind of as many as you want, really. Some people just take 1 at a time. Yeah, and I mean, don't take it too close to going to bed because then you won't sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
The packed full of B vitamins and sort of natural caffeine and stuff.
Are they like big tablets or like small? Because I know some, I'm terrible. I remember taking some tablet and they were big beefy ones, and you almost have to like mentally psych yourself up.
Yeah, I mean, this tub is actually empty, so I can't show you in there. But yeah, I'd say they're reasonably big, but because of the shape, they're easy to take because of the shape and texture. Not one of these chalky ones that.
Yeah, that was the one that I had. It was big and it was like squarey, but yeah, quite chalky. So you kind of put it in, you're like, oh no, it's not gone down. I haven't swallowed. It's still there. So it's good to know that they're easy.
Yeah, they're fairly easy to take.
And that's good. And then I suppose you've got obviously the drinking gels as well. So if you have got an issue with, you know, pills and stuff like that, at least you've got that option of still having the goodness of the aloe, but in a much easier kind of, you know, way of doing it.
Yeah, that's in buying a shot a day. It helps. I mean, the gel, it helps with energy, immune system, skin, digestive issues, circulation. It helps in so many ways. So I always kind of say that's kind of your base product, to just have the goodness. And it also helps you to absorb goodness from your food or the supplements. And then, yeah, my therm is kind of
extra kick at the bum.
Yeah. In fact, one of my friends, she referred to it as Red Bull in tablet form. But it hasn't got all the nasties in that Red Bull has.
That's good to know. That's definitely good to know. So what would you say then is the biggest transformation that you've seen from someone who's used the products from you? So I know your own transformation, but I don't know who.
Yeah, there's someone else who has had amazing benefits with energy, but also someone around all that was just red raw. It was so sore. She tried stuff from the doctor, she tried steroid cream, you name it, she tried it. And she tried our propolis cream and it cleared up within sort of, I mean, it started clearing up straight away, but within 2 weeks there was no sign at all of the bad skin.
And that's like a little, it's a tube cream, isn't it? The Acropolis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, I do like a good transformation story, especially you've got to make sure that you get some good before and after photos, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously some things, you know, you can't have a before and after photo of energy, but yeah, obviously skin conditions and things you can.
Yeah, and I'm always that person though that I'll use something, I'll be like, I won't take a picture before because I'm like, oh, what's the point? You know, it probably won't work. And then afterwards I'm like, oh, damn, I should have done that. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to it. You know, you're like thinking, why didn't I do it? I should have known that it would do the job.
Yeah, let me just close the door. The dogs are going on. Sorry.
It's all right.
The joy of having dogs.
Well, this is the thing that kind of leads into, you know, the fact that on your kind of sideline, what you do outside of kind of business and stuff is you also do dog training as well, don't you?
Yes, I mean, I don't train dogs, but I take my dogs training. So to go once a week each at the moment, but he was going 3 times a week at one point. But he's been in displays at Crufts. And he's going to be there next year, but it'll be his last time because he's getting too old. And then we did a competition on Sunday. Both got certificates, Sully and Buddy. and Buddy also got a rosette. So I am the mad dog woman.
Oh, bless. But then again, you say you also use your products you can use them on the dogs as well, can't you?
Yeah, so they drink the gel every morning because just put a bit on their food. I wash them in it, I clean their teeth in it. I've been known to use bee pollen for Buddy when he has a little bit of a breathing fit with allergies and stuff. Yeah, if it gets any bad skin or anything. So I use quite a few of the products on the dogs.
So what would you say is like the one product that Forever Living do that you wouldn't expect an aloe vera company to make?
Oh, our cleaning liquid.
Cleaning liquid.
Yeah, so it comes in I think it's about a litre bottle.
Yeah.
And so you put, I think it's 5 ml into a spray bottle and fill the rest with water. So you get a lot of spray bottles out of it. And it cleans absolutely everything. And it's, it gets rid of all the germs, but you don't have that horrible clinical smell or anything. You can wash clothes in it. You can do your dishes in it, clean the car, mop the floor, as well as just use it as a surface spray. And it's great for stains.
Oh, wow. See, all this time that I've known you, Becky, and I didn't even know that you did cleaning products.
Yeah, it's
Like the best kept secret, that.
Yeah, but, I mean that it's great because it works out. Even though the bottle itself, I can't remember how much it is, but you might go, how much? But because you dilute it down so much, it works out cheaper than going to your supermarket and getting whatever you get from there. Plus, it takes up less space because you've got one product rather than a cupboard full of products. Different.
Yeah, and because it's such a multi-use thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's actually called MPD, which stands for multi-purpose disinfectant, and it's definitely multi-purpose.
Wow. Well, thanks for that. That's definitely you learn something new every day.
Indeed.
Also, I've noticed, obviously, in your background, you've got a lovely suitcase. Do you want to tell everyone that's watching a little bit more about that and how you got it?
Yeah, so I'm Forever Living had loads of incentives, and you don't have to go for them. You kind of set your own goals, but they like to dangle these carrots. And if you do, there's loads of incentives. And for this one, I had to have a certain amount of volume going through my business every single month for 12 months. And yeah, and then you get awarded a suitcase and you get recognised on stage and all sorts. So yeah, very exciting. And I've got all sorts of incentives in mind that I'm going to go for. Just kind of go for them all.
Oh, might as well. What's the next one that you're working towards? Maybe we can help you get there.
Yeah. One of the ones that I'm working my way up the marketing plan. But one of the ones it's to do with recruiting, and there's different levels. So you get awarded for recruiting a certain amount in 3 months, at like 6 and 12. And when you get to 12 months, you get another suitcase, but it's gold. So yeah.
Oh, bless. So basically, if anyone wants to earn more money and also benefit from great discounts and other benefits, then they should come speak to you about joining, eh?
Definitely. I mean, it's like we start on 30% commission and work out to 48, and you can't slide backwards. Whereas I know a lot of other companies, sort of 30% is the top level you can get to.
Yeah.
Whereas with us, that's your starting level, and you go up to 48% plus all sorts of other bonuses.
So that is a really good commission.
Yeah, and it really can fit around hectic lives. So I know someone that was working 60 hours a week. She was travelling, she had 2 young kids, all the rest of it. And she just started literally in pockets of time. and now she does Forever full time. So yeah, it can fit round life.
Oh, well, there you go then. So anyone watching, give Becky a shout. She'll sort you out.
Indeed.
So before we kind of end our lovely interview, I always ask everybody if they can give a small business shout out. So somebody that they know in business that they'd like to kind of say, hey, go check them out. It always makes us feel good, doesn't it? So who have you got?
Laura, that's in the group, can't think, last time, does UW.
Oh yes, Laura Julfia.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not one of her customers. I signed up as a customer through someone else. But someone's trying to film me. But she's given me so much information and advice. Because the person I signed up as a customer through is pretty hopeless, to be perfectly honest. And Laura has really helped me. You know, there's been a few things that I've been, few queries I've had, and even though I'm not her customer, so she won't benefit, she still is there to answer the questions.
So that's just good customer service in general, though, isn't it? Because, you know, if someone, like you say, she's not benefiting from it, but she's still able to kind of help and advise, it just makes you want to be. I mean, I am a customer of Laura's, and she is amazing. She is wonderful. But there you go. Lovely shout out to Laura. Save with Jewel, isn't it? We'll put the
Yeah.
When I drop this in the group, we'll put the @ signs and everything so that she can, the @ signs. What am I? The @ signs. Oh, honestly, my husband keeps saying to me, he says, you talk like an aunt that's trying to be hip. And I went, oh, okay. So apparently that's my new lot in life. I am the uncool, cool person. Well, in my head, maybe. But thank you so much for that. That's a great recommendation. It's been lovely to get to know more about you and your business more and personal. And obviously, you've already had your showcase because that was on day 5, wasn't it? So people can still go back and check out all of the products that you were posting in the group. Some really great ones, including, if I remember correctly, the drinking gels, the biocellulose mask.
Biocellulose mask, yeah. And there's the sort of 5 must-have products for autumn.
Yes. What else? There was the heat activating lotion. That's really well. That I have to say.
Heat lotion, yeah, I love that as well because I get so many aches and pains.
Well, that's the thing. I was very much a case of, I'll believe it when I see it. And I had really bad, I think I tore my muscles at the gym, and you gave me like a little pouch to try, and I was like, oh, we'll see. And I put it on, and it felt, you know, it did actually have, it helped initially, and then I was like, oh no, I can still, it's still there, it's not got rid of it. And then literally the next morning it was like it never happened. I was like, hang on, I've been waking up every morning and I'm like, ow, and it was that actual realization. I'm like, hang on, I've just woken up and I'm not in pain.
Yeah.
What? It's bizarre. But yeah, it does really work. So now I'm like recommended it left, right, and centre. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I'm just gonna try and, there we go. And we'll see you all soon, I'm sure, for future events and everything. Find out more about what you do.
Yeah.
Take care.
I'll speak to you soon.